Alright, good morning, YouTubers, wet shavers. My name is Bill, and you're watching The Wet Shaving Savage. So, got a new shave for you today. I meant to post this one either Friday or Saturday, but Thursday I got my COVID vaccination, and yeah, I was down for the count for a couple days on that one. But feeling fine now, ready to go. And got a new product I'm going to be using for the first time. This is actually a very, very special product to me. Made by First Line Shave. It is the weight. And what makes this product special for me is this is meant to bring awareness to those who have struggled through like a traumatic event, a mentally traumatic event. And I'll explain why here in a second. But like I said, it's personal for me, and the fact that they did this with that in mind as a tribute to those who suffer through what I've suffered through, and what other service members, and not even just service members, but people in general who suffered a traumatic event and are now dealing with the emotions, or still dealing with those emotions to this day because of it. So, but like I said, I'll get into that as it goes along. But let's go ahead and talk about the scent for right now, okay? So the scent profile was meant to be kind of sort of meant to describe sort of like what people would use, so to speak, or things that you could associate with like a traumatic issue. Sorry. But so right off the bat, you get gunpowder. I get gunpowder really strong in there. Definitely whiskey. Definitely, that's a smell I know all too well. Tobacco, a little bit of vanilla, patchouli maybe. I mean, patchouli is listed, but I don't know if I'm picking it up personally. That's me though. My nose is a little desensitized to a point. But yeah, all those things, I mean, I can relate to a lot of those things that are in this, yeah, definitely the top three big ones: tobacco, whiskey, gunpowder. Definitely getting a sweetness from vanilla in there. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not getting emotional right now. I'm still a little groggy from that frickin' vaccination. I keep messing with my hat. I don't know. You're not used to me wearing a hat, but hey, I don't feel like doing my hair today. Alright, so talk about some other hardware. Oh, also, me, everything's got to match. I'm going to go with the Aftershave Splash, which smells literally the exact same. There's no, like, sometimes you'll get a little bit of a difference because of like the alcohol effect, like the smell of the alcohol in there, but this one in this case, because it already has the whiskey in it, the whiskey smell, and I feel like that whiskey smell just kind of automatically would hide and kind of negate that alcohol smell. So for the brush, the Yaqi Ruby Red Synthetic. And for the blade, since I noticed we're doing a flippin' red theme here, I'm gonna go with my Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Crimson Ghost double open comb ABS razor with a feather blade, because I feel like I'm advanced enough. I can try a feather blade out and see if I don't, give myself a proper execution. Sorry, not meaning to show off the gains over here. Alright, so I already got the scuttle filled with some warm water. And what I've been doing with my soaps lately is just to kind of extend the life of them. I've been taking, using my little Tortex guitar pick here, because this is the only brand of guitar picks I use. And I'm just gonna, scoop out a good, healthy amount. Looks like a lot, but trust me, it is, but it's not, because it's kind of ribboned out there, as you can see. I didn't just take a big solid clump of it. And go ahead and put that in there. Oh yeah. Gets a little more prominent once you get it out. And all I'm going to do now is just get it in all the ridge lines, as you can see. I like to get it all up in there. And I think I saw, the main reason I started doing this is I saw Donald Younger with the face doing it, and for some reason that guy is, when it comes to shaving, he's my spirit animal, I think. Alright. Him and Shave Cave, they're both my spirit animal. Who knows, maybe I'll try the whole, the little Shave Cave trick today. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright. Let's go ahead now. Actually, let's go ahead and close that jar up. That way, in case I have another blooper and it falls into the sink, I don't get all, butthurt, as we say in the military. Alright, let's get this brush. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and start building. So right off the bat, very, very, very good lather. This is my first time using any first line shave products, so let's see how this works. And the scent is immediately exploding right out of there. It's very, very nice, very, very healthy. Good, healthy lather going. Maybe I should start doing the lather before I do the video. At the same time, though, I want you guys to sort of see how it lathers. I did think about doing that on some of these videos. Yeah, I did think about doing that for some of these videos. I already have a lather pre-built, but I want to see how this one lathered. I want you to see how this one lathered, and what I'm seeing, very nice lather. So, as you can see. So. Alright, get the face wet real quick. Excuse me. Alright, looks good. So right off the bat, very, very good lather. It's real slick. Could have maybe whipped it up a little bit more. It'll thicken up a little bit more though. All right, everyone. Moment of truth. I'm gonna try. Go ahead and just put that on the ground for right now. I'm gonna try the lather whipster's little trick, the old Shave Cave. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna see how this one works. I'm gonna see if I can do what that legend does. Kind of. No, can't do it on that side. Okay, kind of. Alright, let's get that real quick. And for anyone who's wondering what that is on my hat, that is my supplement sponsor. Because not only do I wet shave, I also pick up heavy things and I put them down. Amateur, hopefully competitive power lifter very soon. So, right off the bat, normally with a feather, even with the slickest soaps, I still get a little drag just because they are, everyone here knows, feathers are absolutely insane. And now you can hear that. It's about 2 days worth of growth. I just did not feel like shaving because, you know, the vaccination had me just down for the count. It wasn't even the fact that I was like violently ill. Like I've had hangovers that have felt worse than that, but it was just, and this especially bothers me as a strength athlete, someone who's always trying to keep his body in that sort of prime physical shape. The weakness that I felt was the hardest thing to deal with. You know, it kept me out of my garage gym for the entire time. I worked out yesterday and I felt fine, but it was difficult because, you know, I had to you know, like I said, I felt fine, but you can tell my body was without. Because I went from, in a matter of a couple of days, my body took such a shock from how I was feeling and just not eating right and not sleep, you know, suffering on my sleep, that trying to put up 225 pounds overhead wasn't working. I had to definitely, you know, check myself on that one. I do love this razor though. I mean, a lot of people would say, oh, it's gimmicky. Which, to a point, is anything not gimmicky anymore? I mean, the main reason I bought it is because, one, I fell in love with the Aerolite Blue. Not the Aerolite Blue, but the previous two ABS ones that Douglas Smythe made over at Phoenix. And I knew they were amazing. And then he comes out with this one, the Crimson Ghost. Punk rock is my first love, honestly, next to, like, you know, thrash metal and death metal and, you know, psychobilly and rockabilly. I got into all of them at the same time, but punk was truly like, punk was the gateway for me. And the Misfits were that gateway. Be it, you know, Danzig, Michael Graves, the Jerry Only era. It was all good for me. Music was my therapy. It still is, honestly, because music is my therapy. Weightlifting and this right here, honestly. Not talking into a camera, but shaving like this is therapeutic for me. Alright. Get the face lathered up again. For pass number 2, I'm going to try and keep this one's maybe 2 passes. Doubtful that's going to happen, but I can hope. Alright, a little bit thicker now, I can tell. Alright, so now get on to the nitty gritty here. What makes this soap special to me? Well, like I said, soap's a tribute for those who have dealt with traumatic events. Doesn't even include just military. I mean, people who've suffered through anything. It's no joke what we feel, and you know, anyone who's not new here knows that I am active Army, and I have definitely been through things. A lot of people are they're saying, "Oh, you're just a helicopter mechanic. You couldn't have gone through things." Not true. Because end of the day, ooh, I think I got myself good right there. Maybe, I can't tell. Too early to tell. But end of the day, you know, even if you're just a helicopter mechanic, when you know mortars start coming in flying, you know, overhead and everything like that, end of the day, it don't matter. So, and I came. That was 2012 to 2013, and came home, and I could tell something was different. I wasn't enjoying a lot of things I used to enjoy anymore. Started a really bad drinking habit there. Sort of trying to turn it all out. Started smoking, which still do that to this day. And I'll never forget the day I actually started smoking. It was December 2nd at approximately 1 p.m. We got mercilessly hit for like 8 hours, and this was 2012, and these guys knew what they were doing. They were trying to target the airfield where I worked at, the helicopters. They were trying to target it because they knew once we got helicopters in the air, they wouldn't be able to get away. But they knew what they were doing. They were going for the airfield. They wanted to take the helicopters out, so no air support could get them out. And they laid into us for a good 7-8 hours. It made it very hard for the pilots to leave the bunkers to get to the helicopters, but eventually caught a little break. Some A-10 Warthogs came in from another base, distracted them long enough to let us get some Apaches and Kiowas in the air. And once we did, it was game over. It was a beautiful sight, too. I'm gonna do a third pass, why not? I know I've been doing pretty good about keeping the videos under 20, but do a real quick pass. But yeah, that's why this soap is special to me, because and then, like I said, you know, I started smoking that day. I came home, and, you know, we were all messed up. Like, for those who live on a military base who are military, know that every morning, some bases, bright and early, 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m., whatever have you, like to fire a cannon off. And you know, we were standing around in the morning, just waiting on the morning, you know, physical training to start. There were some new guys there. They were joking around with us and everything like that. We were all joking around. And then we heard the cannon go off, and none of the new guys went down, but all of us, we dropped quickly because we were still in that survival mode. Because it was only like a week after we got back. Anyway, I'm not gonna go on about this anymore. I don't want anyone to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry." It is what it is. It's shaped who I am. It's part of who I am. I was able to pretty much get over it now. Not get over it, but find ways to help cope with it. And find ways of therapy, which the gym, music, and recently this. And my kids, of course. A couple weepers on the neck there. Nothing too crazy, though. But yeah, that's how all these, to me, has all these scents kind of relate. Like, I don't know why I opened up with that, but gunpowder, it can relate to a military member, can pick for what we've gone through. Because once you, gunpowder is a smell you don't forget, especially when something that you know, it takes on a whole different smell when when you smell gunpowder that you fired out in defense. The alcohol, the whiskey, yeah, a lot of us turn to that. And the tobacco, we turn to that too, for stress relief, calms us down. I'm saying this is going to do it on this shave though. It's really good. Only a couple of weepers. I mean, I used a feather. What did you expect? Yeah, I mean, using a feather, you're going to cut yourself. Sorry to say it. Alright, let's go ahead and rinse off. Warm water, then cold. Be right back. Always miss the damn ears. I hate that.
Mommy, is it this one?
I don't know what they're talking about. Alright. I'm gonna get the Allen block out quick because I have so many weepers right now. And it's not full on cuts, but you know, I knew what I was getting into though. I tried to use a feather. It went better than the last time I used a feather, but you know, some people can use a feather. There are the little zings right there. Honestly, not too bad on this side of my face. Hardly any irritation, like none whatsoever actually. Oop, there was a little on my neck. There we go. Yeah. A little irritation right there. Get that a few seconds to sit. Well, yeah, yeah, I mean, you start drinking, you have a traumatic event, mental trauma. Doesn't matter what it is. Mental trauma is mental trauma, people. Don't for 1 second start typecasting all people who have mental trauma as veterans or who deployed, because a lot of times some of them just don't. I mean, sure, most of us do carry a scar with us to a point in here, but there's far worse things out there to leave mental trauma. I'm not going to say them because I don't want to trigger anyone or trigger thoughts, but they're there. And you know, to me, that's the real pandemic we need to be focusing on right there. Is end of the day, because end of the day, what does a lot of this mental trauma lead to if it's not checked or if you don't get help? People take their own lives. Like, it's horrifying, and that's the worst thing to me. Like, it's horrible to think. You know, I've been there myself. You know, I was close, but I got my help. Ooh, that's a good burn. Eek. Oh. One more tiny little bit of droplets. But that's, to me, that's the real issue we should be focusing on. Mental health. But instead we choose to cancel a cartoon skunk. See where I'm getting at here? I'm not getting political. I'm not trying to get political or anything, but people out there suffering in here, hardcore, and it doesn't fit an agenda. It's people overlook it because they don't care because it doesn't affect them directly. But for those of us who do suffer directly, trust me, it's not fun to deal with. All right, so my overall thoughts on the weight. I like it. The smell is amazing. It definitely makes me think. For some reason, I've never really had a smell make me think of a thought, like not a thought, but really challenge my thought process. Don't get me wrong. Every single soap and aftershave I own reminds me of something. Like my Etu Brute from my Etu from Phoenix reminds me of my grandfather. It reminds me of something. All right. This one right here really challenged my train of thought. It really made me kind of face something again that I tried to block out, but it turns out I'm strong enough to face it head on now. And, sort of. This wasn't an easy video to a point for me to make because it really made me kind of face some things I tried to just forget about. But this right here, seriously amazing shave. I highly recommend, if you haven't already gotten this one or still are on the fence by trying any first line soaps, get this one. You're gonna have to go to an outside source because it's all sold on their website. I had to go to I went to Maggard Razors to get mine, and free, absolutely great people there. I highly recommend them. But that is all I got for you all today. Today's Sunday, tomorrow's Monday. We all know how that goes. But enjoy your day today. Don't stay inside. Be safe. Go out there, and if this is for those of you who are dealing with something in here, just reach out and talk to someone. Even if it's hell, if you want to reach out on here and talk to me, I'll listen. I'll sit there and talk with you and listen to you. There's so many people out there who care about you. Trust me. You're better off just reaching out and talking to someone than doing something horrible. So, like I said, even if it's me, all right, even if I can't relate to a point you're talking about or what you're suffering with, I'll still listen at least. Sometimes that's all you need. But all right, people, you beautiful shaving people. That is all I got for you today. Wet Shaving Savage signing off.